Hi, we're here with two members of St. Mark's Vestry to discuss a program called Godly Play at St. Mark's, which is part of our Christian Formation offering. With me here are Kathy Utgard and Ann Body, and I'm going to turn things over to Kathy to ask some questions and help us all discover a little bit more about what this wonderful program is.
Well, I'm new on the vestry this year, and I have been teaching in the 3 to 5 year old or grade program, and I really need to learn about what Godly Play is all about. I have absolutely no idea what it's about, and I thought that we could sit down and have a conversation about the answers to Godly Play.
Great, excellent.
So what is Godly Play?
Well, Godly Play is a Sunday school program that we instituted here at St. Mark's about 10 years ago. At that time, we had kind of the typical Sunday school program where maybe children would hear a Bible story, do a coloring page, do a little worksheet, and then go to church. And we really felt that we could do more than that. And so we began looking into different programs, and we came across Godly Play, which is a Montessori-based program. When you think Montessori, you think little things. So we have all kinds of little items that the children can touch and hold during our stories.
They really are little, aren't they?
They are wonderful, and they're also they're very kind of nondescript, so the children can use a lot of their imagination as we're telling these stories. But let me just kind of go back a little bit. The whole program is really based on the idea that there is a sacredness about these stories. And so we have kind of a worship space for children. So when they come into this room where we have all our stories, they are expected to be in a calm and receptive frame of mind to hear them. So we do a few things to help them get into that frame of mind. When they cross the threshold, they are expected to be quiet, to walk more slowly, to talk more quietly, and to take their seats in a circle in the middle of the room. We may sing a song, and we may say a prayer, and then we get ready to tell the sacred story. So this story that I have out is about Jesus in the wilderness. You can see there's a mountain where Jesus went up. There are stones that Jesus was encouraged to change into bread. There's a temple. And the story, the children really kind of get into the story as the storyteller is telling it. After the story, they have an opportunity to reflect and think about, well, what does this story mean to me? And so we ask wondering questions, very open-ended questions. So that wherever they are, they may be 3 years old, they may be 10 years old, 12 years old. Wherever they are, they're going to answer these questions in a different way. They may hear these stories over and over. Our goal is for them to hear many of the stories each year, but because they're getting older, the stories mean something different to them each year.
So why do we tell stories in the Christian faith? What do the stories mean? What do they do for the kids and for all of us?
That's a wonderful question. Absolutely wonderful. How would you approach that? The sacred stories that help define who we are and reinforce our identity as Christians.
I think stories are a way for us to remember. I mean, God commands us to remember. He commands us not to forget. And as we tell these stories, it helps us not to forget. It helps us to remember. It helps us define our Christian heritage. It helps us to form. It helps us to be formed I think they're very, very important.
Sort of how to be a human in God's creation.
Yes.
And how old are the Godly Play children?
They are as young as 3, and we do this program at St. Mark's through the 2nd grade. So we've got a wide range of ages, and many times we'll have them all together, and the older students will help the younger students. We have, after we do the stories and we have the wondering time, the students are asked to do work time. We don't call it playtime, we call it work time. And they have all kinds of media to use during their work time. It may be clay, it may be crayons, it may be other items that they can put together. And the idea is that they use this story and create something that is meaningful for them. They may choose not to do that. They may choose to use any of these other stories and reenact the other stories. Many times they do enjoy doing that.
And how long is the little time that you have the kids together, generally?
Well, the entire time is about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Their work time is about 10 minutes. And then after work time, we all gather again together, and we have a feast, which basically symbolizes communion. So we pass out maybe 1 or 2 graham crackers and a little cup of water. We wait until everyone is served, and we say a prayer, we light a candle, and then we enjoy our feast. And we talk about things that we are thankful for, that God has given us. After our feast, then the storyteller gives a benediction and dismisses the children with a prayer. And then they go on to what we call Big Church, and they join their families for communion.
A very special time, a special program, and we invite anyone who wishes to continue to learn more to check out other parts of this website, and certainly are very, very welcome to come on Sundays and join us for Godly Play.